Hello students, welcome back once again. Today we are going to discuss about Vesiper theory. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, that is Vesiper theory. Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Children, as the name suggests, this theory is mainly based on valence shell. Valence shell. You know what is valence shell means? Valence shell means if you consider an atom. In case of oxygen, we write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. So this is the valence electrons. How many valence electrons are there? Yes, 6 valence electrons are there. So we can write it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the valence electrons in an oxygen atom. This theory explains us to understand the shape of a molecule. Okay, shape of a molecule depends upon the valence shell electrons present in that particular central atom of a molecule. Central atom means in case of CH4 molecule, you know that carbon is the central atom. Okay, in case of water molecule H2O, oxygen is the central atom. Okay, so central atom's valence electrons, that is actually taken as a sphere. Okay, in case of water molecule, you know, oxygen atom is there in which one electron is shared with hydrogen and another electron is shared with another hydrogen, right? After that, you know children, there are still 4 more electrons are remaining. Okay, now the shape of a molecule, when we consider, that depends on the number of valence shell electrons of the central atom, as I said. Okay, here if you look at, these are the valence shell electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons are there, in which why this oxygen doesn't have a linear structure. You could have also written this as OH like this, right? Why I have written like this as a bend structure? This is actually explained by Vesiper theory. Let us see how it is. In this, according to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, this lone pair means, children, what do you mean by lone pair? Lone pair means the electrons which are not participating in the bonding, they are called lone pairs, and these are actually these two are our bond pairs. Okay, bond pairs as well as a lone pair of electrons are here. These both are lone pair in case of water. Okay, according to Vesiper theory, this lone pair to lone pair, there is this is actually a repulsion theory. This R represents repulsion. So the lone pair to lone pair, that repulsion is maximum among them. So means these, suppose in all these electrons which are around this oxygen atom, here the valence electrons, according to this theory, this electron clouds exist as a pair of electrons. Okay, this pair of electrons actually lone pair as well as a bond pair. Here we have 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs are there. Okay, now this lone pair repulsion is actually the highest, we can say maximum, as compared to lone pair to bond pair. Means in between this one there is a repulsive force like this also, as well as there is a repulsion between bond pair and bond pair also. But among these 3, lone pair repulsion is maximum. So we can say this forms a cloud like this also forms a cloud like this. And this bond actually, because of these two pair of electrons repulsion, this actually bond pair is actually get into a bend form as we expected to have a linear structure, but why it doesn't have a linear structure and it has a bend structure? Because of this reason only, because lone pair repulsion is maximum as compared to lone pair to bond pair, and then only the bond pair repulsion comes. Okay, so whenever there is a lone pair is also present in the central atom, so that will actually experience the maximum repulsion. Okay, let me take another example. If you take a nitrogen atom, children, as you know, nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. Okay, in which if you take ammonia case, ammonia, the structure is actually found to be like this one. Why? Because the presence of this lone pair actually forms a cloud or electron vicinity. Okay, because of that, these other bonds are actually crushed downward. So according to this theory, because of the lone pair, the other pairs of electrons are actually repelled to the maximum distances. When they are actually at the maximum distances, they experience the least repulsive forces. Okay, because of that reason only they found to have a particular bend structures. Okay, now if you take into consideration of CH4 molecule, as I said, of carbon in the maximum, you cannot write exactly this way because this is a 2D figure. Okay, now children, if you look at this carbon atom, let's take this as the carbon atom. Okay, in which maximum distances you have to place it. Okay, one hydrogen I am placing over here. Okay, then another hydrogen I am placing over here. Okay, then these two we have actually placed in the maximum distances, and this is another hydrogen I have placed. Now finally I am putting one more hydrogen over here. Now if you look at this one, this is how we can place at the maximum distances of a central atom. Okay, when there is no lone pairs are present. Okay, this is the case where there is no lone pairs are present. Okay, so we can place the bond pairs at the maximum distances. So here this forms CH4 at the maximum distances, and it forms a tetrahedral structure. This is the tetrahedral structure. So students, now let us look at some of the shapes which can be formed with the help of suppose a molecule of hydrogen chloride HCl, where two atoms are really present. So this is actually an AB form where A and B are actually in the straight line. This will form a linear structure. Okay, now whereas if you consider AB2 type, in case of AB2 like beryllium chloride, suppose BeCl2, beryllium having a valence electrons, 2 are present in it. So these 2 electrons are actually shared. Here there is no any lone pairs present in this beryllium, so this will form also a linear structure. Okay, this will also form a linear structure. And now if it is in case of boron trifluoride, that is boron around which 3 fluorine atoms are actually placed. When they are placed at the maximum distance and boron is not having a lone pairs present in it, then this will form a trigonal structure. This is the trigonal structure, means it will form a triangle like structure. Now as I mentioned, in case of CH4 molecule, they form a tetrahedral structure. This structure is our tetrahedral structure, where around carbon atom all the hydrogen atoms are placed at the maximum distances. Now if you consider another atom like phosphorus, around phosphorus, if PCl5 I am talking about, where 3 chlorine atoms are actually placed at the maximum distances in a plane. So this forms a trigonal structure, and if one chlorine placed on top and one is down, this will form a trigonal bipyramidal type. Okay, this is our trigonal bipyramidal. Next we have SF6 molecule. In case of sulfur atom, there are 4 electrons, 4 fluorine atoms are placed at the maximum distance in a plane, and one above the sulfur atom and one below the sulfur atom. So this forms a octahedral structure. Means this forms a structure on the plane, and this actually joins to all the corners. This forms the triangles of 8 triangles are placed, okay, around it. You can try out these shapes at home by making a models and all, and prepare a model of this and make sure that you are understanding it. This is actually the structure of a octahedral shape. Means the octahedral, these triangles you cannot mention in such a form that on the top there are actually 4 triangles are there, and downward also there are 4 triangles are there. Okay, they forms actually octahedral structure when in case of SF6 molecule. Okay, let us discuss about the theoretical explanation of this theory in detail. So students, let us study about the main postulates of VSEPR theory. The shape of a molecule depends upon the number of valence shell electron pairs, whether it is bonded or non-bonded or unbonded, we can say, around the central atom. Pair of electrons in the valence shell repel one another since their electrons are negatively charged. So the electron clouds are negatively charged, so they will repel each other. These pairs of electrons tend to occupy such positions in space that minimize repulsion and thus maximize distance between them. So these pair of electrons will tend to occupy the maximum distances away from each other, so that there will be minimum repulsion and maximum distance between them, so that they will experience better stability. Next, the valence shell is taken as a sphere with the electron pairs localizing on the spherical surface at maximum distance from one another. So considering the valence shell as a sphere, and the electrons in the valence shell are located in the maximum distances from one another, that we have already discussed. The multiple bond is treated as if it is a single electron pair, and the 2 or 3 electron pairs of a multiple bond are treated as single super pair. That is, the multiple bonds like a double bond or triple bonds are present in a compound, then those bonds are also considered as a single pair only, that is taken as a single bond, like a single super pair it is considered to be. Where 2 or more resonance structures can represent a single molecule, the VSEPR model is applicable to any such structure. Means even for the resonance structures also, VSEPR theory can be applicable. In the compounds of AB2, AB3, AB4, AB5 and AB6, the arrangement of electron pairs and the B atoms around the central atom are linear, trigonal, planar, tetrahedral, trigonal bipyramidal and octahedral respectively. The repulsive interaction of electron pairs decreases in the order of lone pair repulsion will be maximum as compared to lone pair bond pair as compared to bond pair repulsion. Means the highest repulsive interaction will be between a lone pair to lone pair only, later only lone pair bond pair, and the weakest is a bond pair repulsion. Here you could see the bond angle created due to the repulsion of different electron pairs. Now let's see the geometry of molecules in which central atom has no lone pair of electrons. when the central atom doesn't have any lone pair, then it can be easily arranged. If you see the BeCl2 molecule, it is found to be linear structure. In BF3 molecule, it is a trigonal planar. In plane, you can represent in a triangular form. And in case of CH4, it forms a tetrahedral structure. And in case of PCl5 molecule, it is found to be having a trigonal bipyramidal, means a triangle is formed in its top and down, two pyramids are formed. And in case of octahedral, from the four corners, that pyramidal formation takes place, and it looks like 8 triangles around a sphere. That is called octahedral structure. Students, practice these shapes of the molecules. Next theory we will discuss in the next module. Thank you and have a nice day.